There are so many families whose entire lineage has been decimated by car crashes. I've been in 3 accidents myself, none of them fatal. But when we were growing up, our mum used to say to us, the closer you get to home, the more carefully you need to drive, the more aware you need to be of what's happening on the road. And this stems from a young family that was on their way back from their December holidays, and it was all over the news. They were on what was then called the concrete highway, just kilometers away from home, and the most horrific car crash took all their lives. Every one of them, an entire family unit wiped out. Years later, I would experience something similar closer to home. A young man I was incredibly fond of was traveling in Limpopo. He traveled between Joburg and his home in Limpopo every other weekend. It was a route he knew well. He was an extremely skilled and careful driver. On this particular occasion, he was driving with his young, beautiful wife and their children. While he was driving carefully, a selfish driver took it upon himself in his bakkie to overtake and crashed head on into this young man and his family. The only person that survived that crash was an infant, a little girl. Accidents do happen all the time, and a car crash does occur in the blink of an eye. But when a crash occurs because someone was distracted by what's going on their cell phone, turning up the music, taking their eyes off the road, even for a second, the results are devastating. Sometimes, no matter how carefully we drive, there are offensive drivers on the road. And I'm sure I don't need to remind you about the very tragic demise of Simba Mbere and his good friend. In the early hours of the morning, Sims was on his way to the airport, and his life ended in the blink of an eye. Please be careful. Please drive defensively. Please don't be one of those drivers that takes the lives of innocent people. Please don't be the person to leave entire families decimated because you were in a rush, you were drunk, you were distracted, or you were just being a selfish driver.